Archaeologists have unveiled a 3,500-year-old city in Peru that likely served as a trading hub linking Pacific coast cultures with those in the Andes and Amazon.
You're about to learn things that 99% of people will never hear about. In July 2025, archaeologists made 18 game-changing discoveries, from pagan gods hidden underwater to elite teenage girls ruling the global trade. These aren't theories, they're physical proof. And the further you go into this video, the crazier it gets. One of these findings could rewrite everything we know about human evolution. The bundled dead mystery. What if shamans could actually communicate with the dead? Deep in Mexico's Coahuila Desert, archaeologists uncovered 17 skeletons wrapped like mummy bundles in a cave. Each body was arranged in a stargazing position, facing specific constellations visible through the cave's mouth. The textiles contained traces of hallucinogenic plants, suggesting shamans used this space for supernatural communication. One bundle held a child cradling a coyote skull, evidence of sacrifice to guide souls to the afterlife. This wasn't just a burial, it was an ancient portal between worlds. The lost city that predates history. How did a civilization develop writing 3,000 years before the Inca? Researchers discovered Penico, an entire 3,500-year-old city buried under centuries of sediments in Peru. The pyramids aligned perfectly with summer solstice sunrise, while intricate canals could support 5,000 inhabitants. Dozens of knotted quipu cords found in temples represent potentially the earliest Andrian writing system. The city's sudden abandonment coincides with geological evidence of mega drought, a warning about climate collapse that echoes today. Roman soldiers' secret luxury. Why would Romans build spas on dangerous war fronts? A 1,700-year-old luxury spa complex was excavated in Turkey, complete with heated marble floors and stunning mosaics. An inscription reveals merchant Heraclitus funded the baths by trading olive oil across the empire. Archaeologists found his personal bathing kit with strigils and perfume bottles, proving even during warfare, Romans never abandoned their grooming rituals. Comfort was a weapon of psychological warfare. Ancient anti-zombie technology. What made Bronze Age people so terrified of the Walking Dead? In Germany, archaeologists discovered a 4,000-year-old skeleton pinned beneath a massive stone slab with wrists bound in twisted bronze. Forensic analysis shows the deceased suffered massive head trauma before death. Ancient Europeans believed violent deaths created revenant zombies. This grave represents clear anti-zombie precautions, complete with ritually killed jewelry to prevent supernatural hauntings. Ancient people had zombie apocalypse plans. The Viking Trade Queen. How did Viking women secretly control northern sea routes? On Norway's Jenna Island, a 10th century Viking woman was burned in a clinker-built boat by her loyal terrier companion. Isotope analysis shows the dog ate a pampered diet of fish and goat milk. Grave goods included whalebone textile tools, weighing scales, and iris silver coins, proving she was a powerful trade magnate. This discovery destroys stereotypes about Viking women being powerless. The Bronze Age Princess Network. How did an 18-year-old girl control trade from Mesopotamia to the Indus Valley? In eastern Iran, archaeologists uncovered the richest Bronze Age burial in Greater Khorasan. A teenage girl surrounded by 34 exquisite artifacts, including gold jewelry and lapis lazuli vessels. 3 seals buried with her prove she participated in international trade networks spanning continents. A bronze pin shaped like a hand holding a rosette may be a royal insignia, suggesting teenage queens ruled ancient empires. The perfect time capsule. What happened when grave robbers miss a tomb for 2,600 years? Near Rome, archaeologists broke through a stone slab to find a perfectly preserved Etruscan tomb. Ceramic vessels still gleam with original paint. Bronze ornaments lie undisturbed on funeral beds, and ritual offerings remain at the entrance. This unlooted tomb from the Orientalizing period offers a complete time capsule of death rituals from a civilization that rivaled Rome. Every object tells stories about people who nearly conquered the ancient world. The Fox God's Rescue Mission. Why would ancient gods need rescuing from animals? A newly deciphered 4,400-year-old Sumerian tablet reveals a lost myth where storm god Ishkur gets trapped in the underworld, causing droughts on Earth. A cunning fox volunteers to rescue him, breaking all mythological conventions where gods normally send other gods on such missions. The tablet fragments leaves the ending unknown, proving Sumerians had far more complex storytelling than experts realized. The Strategic Control Center. How did ancient empires manage international diplomacy? At Oilam Hoyuk, near the Syrian border, archaeologists uncovered a massive Hittite administrative center with clay tablets containing diplomatic correspondence and unique cylinder seals for official documents. The site's strategic location controlled trade routes between Anatolia and Mesopotamia, explaining why it remained important for Bronze Age through Roman times. Ancient bureaucracy was more sophisticated than modern governments. The Working Woman's Mark. What can a single footprint reveal about ancient society? Turkey's Van Museum displays a 3,000-year-old footprint of an Urartian woman pressed into mud brick. The orientation and depth suggests she was climbing a ladder while constructing a temple. This intimate artifact reveals ancient working women's physical labor, footwear, and stature, proving women built the temples where men worshipped. Construction was not gender-restricted work. Cultural exchange evidence. How did Islamic patterns end up in medieval Hungarian castles? Hungary's Szeged Castle reveals curved water bastion, defense walls, and 19th century clay pipes after 800 years underground. Medieval floor tiles show Islamic geometric patterns, evidence of cultural exchange during Ottoman occupation. Even during warfare, artistic influences crossed enemy lines. The Master Navigation Vessel. How did Polynesian voyagers navigate thousands of ocean miles? New Zealand's 700-year-old Anawekawaka canoe fragment, discovered by picnickers in 2012, finally gets a permanent museum home after 13 years of preservation. This 6-meter piece proves early Maori used sophisticated double-hulled vessels to saddle Aotearoa. Ancient navigation technology rivaled modern GPS systems in precision. The Battle-Scarred Warrior. How many battles could ancient warriors survive? Near Macedonia's Mlado Nagoricane village, archaeologists found a 4th century BCE elite residence containing a Hellenistic warrior's tomb with gold-plated weapons and Alexander the Great-era silver coins. The warrior's remains show healed combat injuries including skull fractures and an embedded arrowhead in the pelvis, proof he survived multiple battles before dying at age 35. Ancient warriors were incredibly resilient. The Last Pagan Sentinel. What happened to pagan gods when Christianity arrived? Divers in Poland's Lake Lednica discovered a 9th century oak beam carved with a human face, submerged for 1,100 years. The artifact was part of a bridge connecting Ostro-Ledniki Island, a key political center. The carved face matches descriptions of Slavic protective idols, dating to Duke Mezco I's reign, potentially one of the last pagan religious objects before Christian conversion. Ancient gods went into hiding underwater. The Crystal Weapon Mystery. Why spend 100 hours crafting an arrowhead never meant for hunting? At Sweden's Hedkamen site, archaeologists found a 5,000-year-old arrowhead crafted from rare transparent quartzite, so pristine it resembled crystal. Analysis shows it was never used for hunting. Its flawless condition and burial near ritual sites suggest it represented sun rays in Scandinavian solar cults. Ancient people created art disguised as weapons. The Wonder's Lost Pieces. How did the lighthouse of Alexandria survive tsunamis? 22 granite and marble blocks from the Lighthouse of Alexandria were discovered from the Mediterranean seabed, carved with Ptolemaic inscriptions and wave-breaking designs. These stones confirm the lighthouse's lower levels had hydraulic features to withstand tsunamis. One block bears Ptolemy II's cartouche, proving construction began earlier than historians thought. Ancient engineering surpassed modern tsunamis' defenses. The Ritual Sword Deposit. Why would knights throw away perfectly good weapons? An angler in Warsaw pulled a 14th century knight's sword from the Vistula River, its 80-centimeter blade remarkably intact. X-rays revealed a INRI inscription suggesting Teutonic knight ownership. The sword's position pointed towards the Baltic Sea, hints at ritual deposition after battle, possibly the 1410 Battle of Grunwald, where Polish forces crushed the Teutonic Order. Medieval warriors had spiritual relationships with weapons. The Maya-resistant stronghold. How long could indigenous people resist European conquest? Deep in Chiapas' Lacandan jungle, researchers located Sakbalan, a final refugee of Lacandan Cholmaya, who resisted Spanish rule. This site includes stepped pyramids with defensive palisades and Spanish musket balls embedded in walls. Hybrid Christian Maya carvings show survival strategies that maintained independence until 1695, 150 years longer than historians believe possible. Some Maya communities never truly surrendered, from teenage queens running empires to crystal weapons buried in ritual sites. These 18 finds prove one thing: we've underestimated our ancestors. The past isn't just history, it's a warning.